Hey, what up? Welcome back to Woke. So today I wanted to talk about something that's been going on with me. So for the last 2.5 years, I have been vegetarian, or I had been vegetarian. Starting August 1st, 2015, I decided that I was gonna be vegetarian. It was such a beautiful journey for me. The catalyst behind it was me watching some Netflix special. It was called Blackfish. So this is way before like What the Health came out, when everybody was like, oh yeah, I'm not eating meat, I'm not this. Way before that, right? So I saw Blackfish, which was about whales in SeaWorld, and I was just like, yo, like this is crazy. Look at what we're doing to whales. Like these are like such highly evolved creatures which we think we're so much bigger than. And I had all these thoughts about it, so I was just like, I'm not eating meat. Like, I'm not putting that crap in my body. Granted, I don't eat whale, but I kind of translated it to like something as little as like a fish. And I just went on this whole thing, and I cut it all out of my diet. I never really ate pork or beef anyway. Like I never ate pork at all, but I stopped eating beef probably in like 2010 when I graduated college, or 2011 when I graduated college. Like I was just like, I'm done with McDonald's. I'm over that. So yeah, so I decided that I'll be vegetarian, and it was, like I said, such a beautiful experience for me. The first month I decided to be vegan, and that probably was a struggle because I love pizza and I love cheese. Well, I like cheese a lot, and I love ice cream, and I love cupcakes, and those were probably the hardest things to like give up. But over my course of like the last 2.5 years, I found so many alternatives, but those things were still like real near and dear to my heart, like the real things. Especially like at home in Austin, there's this pizza place called Mr. Gatti's. I absolutely love Mr. Gatti's pizza, and there's never gonna be a vegan or vegetarian option of Mr. Gatti's or their ranch. So yeah, I had to be vegetarian, so I couldn't be vegan. That's like a really shallow reason to be vegetarian, but that's like the truth. So, all right, fast forward. I was vegan / vegetarian for 2 years. Really mainly vegetarian, and my body felt great. Like even times where I was eating bad, which I did have like some stints of time where I just wasn't eating great. Like I was eating vegetables, but I was still eating like some processed stuff, but nothing that had any meat in it at all. Still made with like, I still ate dairy, but nothing like that had like animal fat or anything in there. But I still was eating processed stuff. So my body was good. I still like was keeping my weight off because I wasn't, whatever. I wasn't eating meat like I had been. I had more energy when I woke. I used to not be a morning person at all. When I wake up in the morning, like I just had a better attitude about stuff. Like just my general health and my general physical and mental was just all around better when I was vegetarian. So fast forward all that to 2018 January. I'm like, 2017 December. I was like, you know what? I'm about to try something different. I wonder if I could like, how my body would react if I was like vegan, or not, if I stopped being vegan / vegetarian, and like what would happen. So January 1st, 2018, I decided to start eating meat again. The first thing I had was, I didn't actually do it until like January 4th or something, maybe 5th. But the first thing I had was Chick-fil-A. Okay. Everybody knows Chick-fil-A is amazing. There's nothing bad that Chick-fil-A has ever had or made if you eat meat. So I decided to go eat Chick-fil-A. I threw up. Like it was just so greasy and nasty and disgusting, and I tried to like struggle through those nuggets, and I could not do it. It was horrible. I was like, this is wrong. I'm tarnishing my beautiful Chick-fil-A. It was horrible, but I got through it. Or I threw it away, actually. I didn't get through it, but I kept going. So now it's April 3rd, so I've literally been eating meat for a quarter, and I've gained so much weight. Like I've gained probably like 10, maybe 15 pounds. Like, and I'm actually eating a lot better. Like, I'm not exercising, that's number one, but I'm not like eating out. I cook at home. Like, I buy my food from Whole Foods or other health food stores like that. Like, I'm still super conscious about what it is that I eat. I don't eat that many processed things. Like, I'm not eating a whole bunch of sugar. Like, I'm not doing anything, but I'm not like watching what I eat either. And that's the only thing that's that's different about my routine. Like, I still don't work out, which I need to, but I've gained literally so much weight in this past quarter, and it's because of the meat that I'm eating. And it's crazy to see like what it's done to my body besides that. So it's like, one, made me gain weight, which is an issue. Number two, what it's done is, so when I was vegetarian in the beginning, I'm like everybody else, you know, get dressed in the morning or take a shower in the morning, get dressed, put on deodorant, blah blah blah, all that stuff. So I started reading about everything else. So I started finding out about my toothpaste, I started finding out about my mouthwash, my deodorant, etc., my soap. So I changed a bunch of those things as well. And one thing, like with deodorant, I just altogether stopped wearing it. Like, my body, I just didn't perspire like how I did. And if I did perspire, then it didn't smell bad. Like, I didn't have the need to like wear deodorant. That happens to a lot of vegetarians as well. So one main thing that I noticed after I started eating meat again, and I would say this is literally like, I probably started noticing in February. So I would say like 30 days in, maybe 3 weeks, I was thinking. I was like, who's that smelling like that? Yo, it's me. Like, it was real. Like, I can't even, it was real. So it made me gain weight. The animal, I don't know what if it was the animal fat that's in my body, but my hormones are just reacting differently to it. So I started needing to wear deodorant again, which I hate. But I've tried to find like vegan options to deodorant, or vegan, I guess, but then also things that don't have like aluminum in them, because deodorant is so horrible for you, especially women. But it doesn't help. Like, it doesn't, like, I have to wear like the natural deodorant that I found, then I'll have to like put some powder under it, which isn't great, or like swipe a little bit of Dove on top of that, and it's just like, okay, this defeated the whole point of it, you know? So yeah, that's the second thing. And then the third thing is like my moods. Yo, like, I'm like such a zen, chill, like relaxed person. I probably became even more so, well, I don't know, I think I did become more so when like I started being super health conscious or whatever. But something I've noticed, because I can't really remember how I was before, because I've always been super chill, but like my irritability and the ability for you to get on my nerves is a lot shorter. Like, I have a lot of stuff going on in life, but still, like, I'm still just like very understanding, you know. And at my job, I'm a manager, so I have like a few people that report to me, and they be working my motherfucking nerves. Like, I'm like my fuse is just that much shorter. I don't know if meat directly relates to my anger issues, but I feel like it does. Like, my mood just is horrible. And like, I feel like sometimes after lunch, after I eat, you know, like, I'll be good for a minute and then I'll just crash. I did not feel that way when I was vegetarian. Like, I was generally just good all day. Like, I ate a couple snacks. I'll have like breakfast in the morning, I'll have like an apple or orange midday, then I will have like something for lunch, and then like my day would just be cool, even kill, stuff wouldn't get to me. But now it's just like I be angry, and if I don't eat, yeah, I'm like super angry. So I feel like overall my experience, oh, and then my skin. Okay, so I've like really worked on like making sure that my skin is clear, getting my skin as clear as it can be, and just like different things, right? Over the last 2 years, my skin has just been having like, it's not even like pimples, but it's, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like heat bumps or something like on my face. It's like I'll have just like little areas where I'm like, why do I have like these little bitty bumps? It's not even pimples, but I don't know if that relates to it either, but it's just little things that I'm noticing about once I introduce meat back into my diet, like how it makes me feel. And that's another thing. That's number 4, is my skin. And my plan was to do this for 6 months, like half of this year, and see how it's going, and see how I feel. But I honestly think that I'm not even gonna last for that long. Like I might detox my body and just go back into being vegetarian, because I feel like shit. Like Chick-fil-A ain't worth it. For real. And I thought, like, once I ate meat, like I've only been eating chicken and fish and turkey at that, like no red meat, no pork. But I thought like, you know, once I eat meat again, like I'll see like, oh, I missed this meal, but no, I don't. The only reason why I would keep going is because like I really want to see how my body, once I start working out, which is my plan once the weather breaks, because it's still cold here. But once the weather breaks, I want to like start working out and see like how my body feels with now that I'm eating meat. But I don't know if I could take it. I don't know if my face could take it. I don't know if some people at my job is gonna be able to make it. Don't get me wrong, like I knew that there would be some type of like differences in my body when I started this whole thing, which is why I did it. I didn't realize that the weight would be so significant, because I just didn't realize it would be so significant. I mean, I guess I should have known, because like when I stopped eating meat, I probably did lose some weight. So I should have known that when I started eating it again, I would gain it. But it's just like I think it's such a short period of time. That's what has me kind of like, that's what has my mind blown. Like this has been the most impact to my body I think I've ever done in such a short period of time. Like even when I lost weight, when I became vegetarian, it still took a minute before people were like, oh, you changed something. I don't know. We should really as a people stop eating meat. Like it just, there's nothing good that can come of it from our bodies. Not from what I experienced. Like I don't want these problems. I don't want to have these mood swings. I don't want to have this, I don't want to have issues with my skin. I don't want to have all this weight. I don't want to have so many health related issues that are directly related to meat. I don't want those. Like, and I don't know why we just don't realize it. So once I finish this, if I can make it another month, I'll be surprised. But if I make it the full 6 months, I'm probably never gonna do this again. And I know for sure that my children, whenever I decide to get married and have them, I should like insert some the little drums or something. But whenever that happens, they're definitely not gonna eat meat. Like there's no way, because if I have, there's no way. Let me know your experience. Let me know if you've done anything like this drastic with changing your body. If you're thinking about going vegetarian, or if you're thinking about starting to eat meat again. Like I want to know what everybody else is doing. Like how do y'all feel? How is it affecting you? How do you feel eating meat? Do you have any questions about becoming vegetarian? Do you have any more questions about my transition back? Like just let me know. So all right, y'all, stay woke.